Star Wars is on a roll, and it's all thanks to Lucasfilm's epic lineup of TV shows. The company has been focusing on episodic content for a while at this point, and it's paying off. Fans love where the franchise is headed. One of the projects that are currently in development is The Acolyte, and Amandla Stenberg just shared their excitement about joining the series. Here's what you need to know about it. Firstly, they've been waiting for this moment for their entire life. This franchise has been a part of people's lives for decades now, and fans basically treat all the characters in the series like family. Getting a role on one of these shows or movies pretty much guarantees instant attention, because the whole world is obsessed with Star Wars these days. That's why we're not surprised that Stenberg is excited to make their mark on this iconic property, and based on everything we've heard, they've been looking forward to this moment for months. The first time we heard rumors of this casting was way back in December of last year. Reports suggested that the actor, who identifies as non-binary, would be playing the lead in The Acolyte. Those were only rumors though, so fans weren't sure what to think. Stenberg played Rue in The Hunger Games and starred in films like The Hate U Give and The Darkest Minds, so it made a ton of sense to add them to a Star Wars show. Thankfully, we got confirmation about their involvement on the 22nd of July, and the news got Star Wars fans hyped. That's because Amandla delivered the announcement themselves via their personal Instagram. The post featured the actor wearing a Darth Maul t-shirt while posing next to R2-D2, and made one thing clear: Stenberg is a major Star Wars nerd, and this is a role that's really important to them. What's more, their comments about the whole project make it sound like this is a dream come true for the actor. We totally get it, and if you've grown up watching these movies, you'll probably be able to relate too. Seriously, the actor is thrilled to join the Star Wars universe, and judging by how long they've had to keep this information under wraps, we're not surprised. Stenberg noted in a recent interview that they'd been on the edge of their seats for months leading up to that awesome Insta post. According to them, they've been consuming Star Wars content since they were little. The actor apparently lives and breathes the franchise. They read novels, listen to podcasts, and watch all the live-action content. They've basically dedicated themselves to the property. Now, we know what you're thinking. That kind of fandom has to start wearing on you at some point, right? Well, Stenberg says that's actually not the case. In fact, they find it really liberating. It frees them from having to care about other content and allows them to focus exclusively on one universe. That makes it sound like they're really committed to the franchise, and we're happy for them. We can only imagine how crazy it must have been for the actor to join a universe that they've obsessed over for so many years. Apparently, Stenberg found it hard to believe. They went from being a Star Wars fan to becoming a part of the lore, and that's a pretty massive transformation if you ask us. The American actor hasn't forgotten their roots though, and they took charge of things for the announcement. Normally, these kinds of casting decisions are revealed at major platforms like the San Diego Comic-Con. That wasn't the case this year though, because Stenberg wanted to see the fans get hyped firsthand. As it turns out, remaining a part of the community is really important to them. That's why they announced the whole thing on their personal account, which just shows how proud they are to be a part of the franchise's legacy. The official accounts added the announcement to their feeds only after fans got wind of their post. Stenberg is living every Star Wars fan's dream, and it looks like they're really taking ownership of the moment. We're super happy for them because this scenario is a win-win situation. The actor gets to join a universe they love, and we get a terrific TV show. That sounds like a great deal to us. And The Acolyte definitely looks awesome. Everything we've heard so far about the new show makes it sound like an epic addition to the Star Wars canon. Get this, the series will be set 200 years before the Skywalker saga. That's right, it's going way back into the past, which means this show will have a totally different feel to it. That extends to the story too. Fans believe The Acolyte will be about the fall of the High Republic and the rise of the Sith Order. That sounds like the perfect place to set the first non-Skywalker TV show, and Stenberg's involvement is just another reason to get excited. We don't know which character they'll be playing just yet, but we do know that Lucasfilm has hired a pretty capable showrunner for the series. Writer-director Leslie Headland will be bringing the project together, and she's worked on some terrific shows in the past. Her resume includes Netflix's Russian Doll, so she'll probably be able to hit The Acolyte out of the park. Now, Disney's being pretty tight-lipped about what's in store, but Headland has been pretty open about her influences, and they sound amazing. Lucasfilm president Kathleen Kennedy says the prequel will take a ton of cues from the old expanded universe storylines. Disney pushed them out of the canon after buying Star Wars, so it's nice to see them making a small comeback like this. Headland has apparently read tons of books from the EU, and she's drawing on those stories for her show. What's more, she's also looking into martial arts films for inspiration. George Lucas himself loved samurai films, and he used those in his original concepts for the franchise. That means Headland is probably on the right track. And the fact that she's working with Stenberg has got fans really excited. That's because they're both massive Star Wars fans themselves. Honestly, that's one of the best decisions that Disney has made. The company has put some die-hard fans in charge of the entire series, and they're telling the stories that the fans actually want to see. It's a great strategy that has given us some brilliant stuff so far. Let's hope that Lucasfilm can keep that run going when the Acolyte comes out in 2023. With that covered, here's some more news from a galaxy far, far away. First up, Natasha Liu Bordizzo just made an exciting claim about Ahsoka. Bordizzo will be playing Sabine Wren in Ahsoka, who fans last saw in the series finale for Star Wars Rebels. What's more, the actress just gave us some clues about what to expect from the fan-favorite character's return. In a recent interview, Bordizzo said that Sabine is a very brave and graceful character, but she still has her flaws and can make mistakes. She also claimed that Wren will be put to the test in Ahsoka, which is a completely standalone story. That means fans won't need to see Rebels to watch the new show. That's great news for fans who want to see Sabine in live action. Bordizzo is definitely the perfect person to bring the character to life, and we can't wait to see her. Next, Simon Pegg just made some surprising comments about Star Wars. The actor played Scotty in 2009's Star Trek reboot, and his performance was one of the best parts of that trilogy. He also wrote 2016's Beyond, so he obviously loves that franchise. What's more, he's got some harsh words for Star Wars. He stated in a recent interview that he felt a bit bitter when J.J. Abrams left the Trek franchise for the one about wars. Apparently, it felt like a father leaving one of his kids for someone else. Now, the actor was obviously just having some fun, but Abrams' exit must have stung a little. At the moment, Pegg's set to star in the 4th Star Trek film, which will be directed by Matt Shakman. That's the guy who led the production on WandaVision, so we're pretty excited to see the project come to life. Let's hope the team can make Abrams proud. Finally, it looks like The Mandalorian surprised even Pedro Pascal. That's right, the actor apparently didn't expect the Star Wars show to become so successful. That's hard to believe given how great the series is, but Pascal gave his reasons for doubting the project in a recent interview. Having Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni on board was super reassuring, but the Game of Thrones actor was still worried about whether people would be able to relate to Din Djarin's story. He basically didn't know if he'd be able to act through the mask. Of course, that became really easy when Grogu entered the picture. It's safe to say that The Mandalorian exceeded everyone's expectations, and we're glad it did. That means we have season 3 of the series to look forward to. It'll drop in February of next year, so we won't have to wait too long. That's a wrap for this video. Are you looking forward to seeing Amandla Stenberg in the Star Wars universe? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.